Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of The Chi. This is season 4, episode 3, and it was titled Native Son. Alright, y'all, this episode was a lot to take in, okay? Especially that last part. Yeah, what? Anyway, before I get into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Alright, y'all, let's jump into it. So, Nina is, first of all, this is another episode of Whose House Is This? Because whose house is it? Why they not telling us who house this is? You know, everybody in my comments don't know who house this is. Do they know who house it is? Or they just found the house and decided to move on in? I mean, the furniture old. It looked like somebody's grandmom. Did somebody grandmom passed away? Leave them the house? I mean, something. Tell us something. Who house is this? You know, that's what they should have named the episode. Whose house is this? No? Alright, but anyway, Nina asked Keisha about how she slept and stuff, and she like, I'm doing fine. Nina talking about something, she baking lasagna. She fussing at Keisha because Keisha eating junk food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And she like, you need to feed the baby some healthy foods and stuff. That baby can't be eating that junk. Just because you want the junk don't mean the baby gotta eat the junk. Kevin's sitting there looking at his phone like he don't really care too much about what they talking about. He not really listening. And then Nina gives him like this chart saying like, these are the years of your life. And if you do good during these years, then you'll have a wonderful life. But if you mess up during these years, your life will be a mess or whatever. And she was like, or you'll have a hard life or whatever. And he was just naming all these people like, well, you know, Oprah, she messed up in her life. Look at her. And she was like, yeah, but she got her life together. And he like, what about Allen Iverson? What about this person? She talking about something. Kevin, don't talk back to me. Nina, really? When he was cussing and fussing last episode. Oh, okay. Anyway, he like, look, I'm just trying to do the best I can or whatever. And she like, well, you need to be successful and something. And he was like, well, you know, I'm just trying to do the best I can. You know, it just is what it is. She was like, I never heard nobody successful say it is what it is. Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that or whatever. And so then Dre, she hit it out. She like, well, where you going so early? She was like, well, I got a staff meeting I gotta go to. And I'm like, Dre, what staff meeting you finna go to? Oh, okay. But anyway, and Kevin like, well, I got in school suspension. Nina like, I'm confused. How you got to go to school and you suspended? He was like, well, that's what they got. So Keisha upstairs in the attic somewhere. Kevin had left out. Dre left out, so Nina just standing there looking crazy. Then we see Trig. So Trig woke up with violence on his heart that day, okay? Because he fussing, he upset and stuff. I don't know if he slept wrong or what, but he was yelling at Jake, and he like, well, why you not in school? And Jake like, well, I got suspended. He was like, what you get suspended for? He in there with Shay. What is his name? Shy or Sean? I don't know which one it is. But he in there, here goes Sean. Yeah, this nigga got suspended for having a white girl suck on his dick. I say, what? He just trifling. Then they're playing video games. And I say, I hope he ain't put that on the Instagram. Because that's what Shy had said. Or Shy had said or whatever. And so Trig like, what? What you mean you suspended or whatever? And then so here goes Shy with his old stupid ass talking about some, you know, the white girls, they for screwing, and the black girls for marriage and stuff like that. I just want to lay that down for you. I'm like, dude, do you ever have a girl? When was the last time you saw a female? Let's talk about it. Trey confused because Jake talking about something, well, I gotta go to school. He's talking about, little nigga, you think I'm stupid. You just said you were suspended. He was like, yeah, but I got in-school suspension. He said, well, who got in-school suspension? I'm like, this is not something new, but they don't have that in Chicago. Like, because I had that, and I lived in Philly, and we had in-school suspension. But you ain't tell your parent that you was suspended because, like, the teachers, they ain't send nothing home. They only send something home when you got suspended. But in school suspension, your parent ain't really know. Well, you know, this is what I was told. I don't know nothing about that. But anyway, so Trig like, all right, I'll take you or whatever. Then he fusses at Jake because Jake stomping through the house. And then Jake was like, Trig was like, don't be stomping in my house. Jake like, this ain't your house, this Reg house. And so Trig was like, what you say? Say that shit again. So Jake like, no, I ain't crazy, man. And so he started fussing at Sean like, look, man, you got to clean these dishes and stuff. He was like, I ain't your man. He was like, yeah, but you ain't doing shit around here, so you need to be busting them suds or whatever. So he's just looking all dumb like, the fuck. So then we see Emmett. Child, he must have slept in that chair because he was still in that like recliner chair by the window. Tiff come in like what? And so he looking like, well, where the fuck you been or whatever. He was like, look, I'm not gonna ask you no more, because at first she didn't say nothing. He was like, look, I'm not gonna ask you again where you been. And she was like, I was out with one of my customers. He was like, a male customer? She said, yeah. And he was like, which one? She was like, Dante. And he was like, Tiff, you screwed that nigga? She was like, yeah. And he get better head than you. Child, she walked away. I said, ooh. And it was looking dumb as he was looking so dumb. Then we move on. We see Duda asking Tracy, because she's sitting in his office or whatever like that. And I guess he trying to give her the money, like some of the money that they would have gave to the police, but you know, they defunded the police. So he finna give her $5 million. So he asking her, what would you do with $5 million? And she like, I don't know, shit. I was like, look, I pay off these bills, pay off this house, buy me a small little island. Like, I had it all listed. But she was just like, I don't even know. So she was confused. She was like, you want to give me $5 million for real, for real? He was like, yeah. Trig roll in the office like he one of the damn police or whatever. And Zuda like, you don't know how to knock. He was like, you ain't seen the news, man? So he turned on the news. And then I guess it was the cop or one of the cops or something like that, or maybe like the chief of police or something, saying like they don't want the cops in this area. Well, I wonder what they gonna do without us or whatever. So Trig is telling Duda like, we can help each other or whatever. We don't want the police in our area, because Trig like, I don't want these terrorists in our area or like that. But you gotta think about the aunties and the elderly people. What are they gonna do? They looking for people to help out or whatever. So he like, we gotta come up with a plan and organize and stuff. And so Duda was like, well, Wakanda wasn't born in a day. And so he was like, oh, I thought that wasn't true. Something Trig said. And then he go, Trig, you know Wakanda wasn't real, right? I started cracking up. So Duda got all mad, like, man, get that out of here. Get out of here, whatever. So then Tracy like, no. Because he can come up with a plan. We got $5 million. I might need his help to come up with a plan and stuff, because he is right. We need to plan and organize and get all this money. And what better way to do it is to spend it on a community or whatever. So we see that, and then we see Emmett, old ass. He banging on the door, asking for Tiff, and he like, Tiff, look, you know I fucked up, Tiff. I fucked up or whatever like that. She like, you stay fucking out. You stay fucking out. He was like, look, tell me one thing, Tiff. That nigga pull out. So she ain't saying nothing. He was like, all right, don't end up pregnant, and we gotta figure out who the daddy is or whatever. So then she came out. She was like, look, we both came a lot. It's hard to remember if he pulled out. I said, oh, girl, you ain't with no condom. Like, well, who does that? Like, you don't know that man been. Like, Tiff, no. He can get you the oochie coochie eye. Like, girl, This should be itching and stuff. That's nasty. But anyway, we see Dre. Dre ended up going with Jada. So she lied to Nina, saying like she had a early meeting or whatever, but she was really going to sit with Jada, because remember, Jada, the end of the episode last week, was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer or whatever. So was it stage 4? I know it wasn't. He said an aggressive breast cancer. So the doctor is like, we need to start chemo next week. Dre is like, well, we can't try no holistic stuff or whatever. You just want to pump her body full of chemicals and stuff. And the doctor like, look, it's an aggressive cancer. We can't wait. We need to get on these treatments right away. So he like, I'm going to schedule you for chemo next week or whatever. So he leaves out. Dre like, we gonna have to tell Nina eventually or whatever, and because Jada was thanking her like, thank you for coming down here or whatever, and she was like, yeah, but we gonna have to tell Nina soon, because she gonna find out, she got a third eye or whatever. And she was like, yeah, she also got a big mouth. She was like, yeah, my baby do. So they like, and she gonna tell the kids, and then Keisha gonna find out, and Keisha gonna tell Emmett, so we gotta tell them. So Jada like, yeah, I know, I gotta sit down with him. So then we see Emmett. He in the kitchen of his restaurant and stuff, and he acting like he trying to prep the food. Dom coming in, because she like, why you in here trying to act like you know how to prep food? You don't know how to prep no food or whatever. And she like, well, what's wrong with you? And he like, look, I told Tiff. She like, why would you do that? He was like, well, I needed to tell her, same way you had to tell Darnell or whatever. So she was like, damn, now she gonna be mad at me, and we got that edible tasting coming up or whatever. Damn, Emmett, why would you do that or whatever? So now he mad because he got mad at Dime talking about something, you taking her side or whatever, but she out here, she too busy effing Dante or whatever. She was like, Dante? I know him. He was like, you screwing him too? He was like, no, he put me up on the edibles and stuff, and that's like my homie or whatever. So he like, well, screw both of y'all. She like, how you gonna be mad at me? He was like, well, you got your priorities all messed up or whatever. And she like, well, look, she a cool chick, and I don't really have a lot of female friends, and you know, sometimes we need that in our life or whatever. So he walk out. We see Papa making signs saying, this is a black-owned restaurant and stuff. And Emma like, everybody know this black-owned. You don't really have to do that. And Papa like, look, I want to make sure because I still need to make some money when all of this is over or whatever. And so Emmett like, well, damn, do I need to get a gun? Here go, Papa. No, because all you're going to do is shoot yourself in the foot. I was cracking up. And so then we see Mad Rules, child. So Mad Rules telling Duda, you can't do this, you can't bypass the red tape and all this other stuff. And Duda like, I am the red tape, I make it, I got the scissors to cut it and stuff. And she like, well, who you think you is, the black orange man? And so he like, yeah. And so she like, you can't do that. Black politicians can't run the world like the white ones do. You cannot do this or whatever. And so then Jimma Daddy come up and was like, well, this could work. And so Rose like, no, that's not the answer you were supposed to give or whatever like that. And so she ends up walking away, telling my son, well, call me when you got a plan. Jimma Daddy like, you know, if this go wrong, talking to Duda, telling my son, you know, if this go wrong, you gonna be the laughing stock of Chicago. And he was like, yeah, but if this go right, I'm gonna be the next something of Washington. I can't remember what he said. So then we see Imani. She down there in the shop, and she with her good girlfriends and stuff, and they down there chatting. She looked like she was doing one of their hair. So then this dude come in, and what was his? Is his name Nooch? Whatever. I don't know. I just know he was rude as hell, and I put down rude dude. Comes down. So he come down talking about something. She need her hair done or whatever. And so she like, Imani like, well, dude, she got an appointment. And he was like, she don't need one. So then he starts smoking. Imani like, don't do that in here. The friends looking like, what you gonna do or whatever. And so then he ends up putting the cigarette out on the ground or whatever. And in school suspension, the teacher doing the most, talking about, you know, I'm an ally of the Black Lives Matter and stuff, and no wonder y'all would have got suspended or got in trouble because they've been suppressing the black man and stuff. I'm like, sir, shut up and just let them do stuff like, So then he like, well, you know what? I might just let y'all leave early or whatever. So Kevin like, oh yeah. So both of them was like grabbing their stuff and was fitting to leave and stuff. So he was like, but first y'all gotta write this essay. So here go Jake. So you mean we gotta work for our freedom? I said, boy. So Jake is not with it. He like, I ain't writing that shit because this gonna be held up in the court of law. I think this some bullshit. Jake just be cussing, okay? So Kevin like, well, screw that. I'm writing it out. So Kevin start writing the essay or whatever. We see Imani, she talking to the girl, because the girl who came in with the rude dude looked scared as hell. Like, she looked scared. You could tell like she being abused. You could tell maybe she was kidnapped or sex trafficked or something. Something wasn't right with the girl. And you could tell that. So Imani was like, okay, come on over here. I got you or whatever. So she over there by the shampoo bowl. She shampooing the girl head and stuff like that. Sean or Shy, whatever his name is, he come in. He know the rude dude. They slap hands and stuff like that. Then Imani like, can you hand me my stuff because you taking all day? He was like, I had to go to the store and get some cigarettes or whatever. So then she gets her stuff. Rude dude and Sean ends up going to eat or whatever like that. So Imani like, I can't stand that ungrateful motherfucker. So then her friends was like, girl, I was freaking. So then the girl in the shampoo bowl, she start crying. So Imani like, you okay? She was like, no, I ain't okay. So I was like, oh my goodness. So then Jimma walking in the hallway with Kevin, she start reading his essay and stuff like that. And she really like it. You know how Jimma is, all black power and stuff. So she basically like, ooh, can you show up on my talk show or whatever? I guess she got like a little morning announcement type show where she talk about some things for about 10 minutes or something like that. So she wanted him to come on the show about the essay and stuff. And he like, no, I'm not into that. I'm not doing it or whatever like that. He go off and walk away. Child, she see Jake. I said, this girl is fast. Like, she ain't ish. Like, you was not supposed to be no roller like that. You gonna bounce over to the friend? Girl, stop. So she give Jake the cute eyes and was like, oh, can I read your essay? Jake was like, I wasn't with that shit. I wasn't writing that shit or whatever. So then she like, all right, well, do you mind coming on my show? He was like, no, I ain't with it. So then he ends up going on the show or whatever because she gave him a little like eyes and stuff. I said, Kevin just need to leave her alone. She for the streets. So then we saw Sean, he in the restaurant at the bar or whatever with Rude Dude. So Rude Dude being rude, okay, and he like, I don't understand how you can work for that thing. Talk about Imani. So like I said, he was just rude. He don't even need no name, for real. So Sean like, well, she a little bossy, but you know she ain't a problem, whatever. He was like, man, that ain't no girl. That's a dude in the dress or whatever. And so then Sean looking like, what? And you can see he got mad. And I'm like, what you mad for? She ain't with you. She with Trig. So what you mad for or whatever? Like, oh, child. So anyway, we see Jada. She in the, her little kitchen, like the little island, the breakfast nook or whatever you want to call it, taking shots. Emmett walk in. I guess she had like on this little negligee or something like that. Cause she finished about Chicky Wow Wow with her young dude or whatever. So Emmett come in there and she like, Emmett, you supposed to knock, you supposed to call before you come over here, whatever like that. He was like, oh man, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm sorry. And he was like, I think Tiff about to leave me or whatever. And so he like, well, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Mom? What you? And then as soon as he was trying to talk to her, the masseuse come out. Suede, that's his name. He come out naked, child. And they're like, oh man, why are you here? Like, that man 2 years older than me. That's some bullshit, mama. Like, he going off. Jada trying to talk to him or whatever. He not really listening because he all mad about who she having sex with. Like, why are you worried about it, Emmett? Why are you worried about it? So he ends up storming out. So then we see the pastor, Papa Daddy, who's the pastor. We see Trig and Tracy, they talking and stuff like that. And Trig basically telling the pastor that he want the community to stop calling 911, but to call them. The pastor talking to the crowd, telling them like to join together. And one of the ladies was saying like, these fools be making me mad. So I guess talking about the gangbangers or the drug dealers and stuff like that. And she be like, they killing each other and stuff. And so Trig like, well, it's a civil war in every culture, every community and stuff like that. We need to come together. We need to handle it and stuff like that. So they got these forms and stuff they want the people in the community to fill out because they got special skill sets that they want to fill out and learn about. So they go and build like a community watch type thing, or what was it called? Community protection. Because Tracy answered the phone and she it was a call for the community protection or whatever like that. It was these people, they fighting and stuff, so they need their help. So then we see Imani, she's talking to her friends and telling them like the girl needs help and stuff. And they was like, what is we supposed to do, Imani? Like, you cannot save the world. What the guy friend, he was like, look, I am not Darkwing Duck. He ain't say that. He didn't say Darkwing Duck. He said the Dark Knight or some shit like that. But he was like, look, ask your dude to do that. He, the community protection and stuff, he can help out or whatever. So she thinking about it. But you know, Imani, because I think she may have been sex trafficked back in the day or whatever. So she is real passionate about helping the girls get off the street and stuff like that. So she really want to help this girl. At first, I thought she was going to like try to hide the girl or something. But it seemed like she ended up giving her back to the rude dude or whatever. So like I said, Trig and Tracy, they go and investigate what was going on and stuff like that. We hear the couple upstairs arguing. She like, I need that for my OnlyFans. He like, fuck your OnlyFans. And so then they go upstairs. Trig like, yo, y'all need to calm down and stuff. Dude popped Trig in the face. Then the big dude, I think he be hanging with Duda all the time. I think he like his bodyguard. I'm not sure. But he pulled a gun out on him. The other guy like, all right, hold up. So then we see Emmett. He's talking to Keisha and they in his restaurant. And then Tiffany rolled up with their little son or whatever. So she like, look, I gotta run some errands. I'll be back or whatever. I see you later. She say hi to Keisha and stuff like that, and ask her how she doing, and yada yada yada. So Keisha like, damn, what you do? And he was like, I told her about Dom. She like, damn. And he was like, then she effing one of her clients. And he was like, And then he was like, and my mom, she effing her masseuse. She like, So the problem is everybody getting some but you. That's what the problem is. He like, no, that ain't what the problem is. Like, this is, I'm like in hell or whatever. So then she like, well, what's she doing? Yelling at you and stuff? He like, no, she just real quiet. She like, when a black woman get quiet, you need to get scared or whatever. And he was like, what I'm supposed to do? She was like, well, you just gotta wait it out. You just gotta wait it out or whatever. And she was like, why you waiting it out? Can you give me some red pop? So he looking like, damn girl. So then she looking at the little boy, real like loving and stuff. And then she looked at her belly. I was like, she gonna keep this baby. I got a strong feeling she gonna keep this baby. So then we see Tracy. She's talking to the girl who was arguing with the guy about the OnlyFans, and they was yelling all out in the hallway and stuff. And so she like, I'm doing what I can to pay the bills and stuff. And basically Tracy trying to tell her like, look, both y'all need help. Y'all got this other little girl in here, which seems to be the boyfriend's sister that they've been raising since she was like 6 or 7, something like that. And she cleaning up and stuff. And Tracy like, y'all can't be doing this in front of this little girl and stuff. Y'all need to get help. If y'all gonna stay together, y'all need help. If y'all gonna break up, y'all need help. And so the girl said that she want help for her family and stuff like that. And so Tracy like, well, I can help you out. I can help you get the help that you need. Downstairs, dude pacing the floor. Trig trying to talk to him. Trig like, look, you got a family, and he was like, you got family, you could go visit or something like that. He was like, I ain't got no family, I can go visit, I'm going back upstairs. And so Trig was like, I don't think that's a good idea. He was like, who gonna stop me? Here go big dude, you called me. so dude like, I'm gonna stand right here. So Trig like, he can relate, like, you can't be doing all this, y'all share a life together and stuff. And so the dude like, well, who is you? Trig like, look, I'm just a man trying to figure out life too. Like, my woman mad at me, but I can't be home to fix that because I'm out here with your dumb ass, because you out here picking fights and all this other crap. Like, you can't be doing all this. And so Tracy then come downstairs with his little duffel bag, the pacing dude. And so Trig like, well, I can ride you somewhere. He like, I can ride myself. So he leave or whatever. And then Tracy like, this is what we gonna do? And he was like, yeah, I guess. And so they was both like, we gotta start somewhere. I'm like, how y'all gonna police the whole community? Like, that's gonna be tiring. For real. And then both of y'all ain't got no gun. At least Trig got the bodyguard. But what y'all gonna do with if it's more than one person and they coming after like, come on, I don't know. Or they got guns and he just got that little ass gun. Like, what y'all gonna do? Like, that's dangerous. So then we see Trig, he go back home. Child, Imani like, what the fuck happened to your eye? He like, look, I was trying to break something up and stuff. She was like, you know you're not a cop, right? And he was like, yeah, but I'm trying to get these terrorists out of my neighborhood and stuff. And he like, I'm trying to, help the community and stuff like that. And so then she tells him like, Newt came and brought one of his girls and stuff. He like, look, that ain't my problem. She like, so what's sex trafficking or sex workers ain't your problem now, whatever. He was like, no, I told you I'm not getting involved with that. And she was like, but she need our help or whatever. And he like, look, that's not my problem. That's not my problem and stuff. So he like, she gonna have to wait because I'm off duty. So Imani was like, well, look, your ass to sleep on the couch, okay? And work a little faster or get shy, Sean, whatever, or get in the place or whatever. So then we see Jake. He getting on Gemma's show. He all dressed up. He got his cologne. She's sniffing him and stuff. I said, Lord. So she start asking him about, the police attacking him and stuff like that. And then Jake got a little nervous when he was telling his story. So here goes Gemma putting her hand on his hand. And this was, on the TV in the classrooms and stuff. So Kevin saw this. I said, ooh, your ass should have went on the show. Now he butthurt or whatever. I said, And then Jake all cussing on the damn screen. I said, child, what is... Then we see Mad Rose and Gemma Daddy. They all excited. I mean, she wasn't mad in this little tiny scene. She wasn't mad. They all excited about the Olympics. They want the Olympics to be in Chicago and stuff like that. I think this is when, what's his face? Tracy walked in with the paperwork or whatever like that. And so she like, well, you can't knock or whatever. We in the middle of something. So then she was mad, Rose. I mean, like, she was like nice, Rose, and then she was mad, Rose, just like that. So Tracy, like, I'm just bringing this paperwork or whatever. So she like, well, here go the paperwork. And so she starts to get ready to leave. And so Duda was like, no, we can use her input and stuff. So Rose looking like, she was mad. She like, how you gonna protect the whole city or whatever like that? And she was like, we not protecting the whole city. We just protecting the black neighborhoods. Oh, so the other neighborhoods don't need your help? You can leave or whatever. I said, how you gonna try to dismiss somebody? Girl, bye. So Otis like, no. We need her help. So he like, what do you think about this? So Tracy like, well, why do we care about the Olympics or whatever? And mad rules. And so they like, well, the Olympics can bring money and stuff. And so she like, well, we just want our children to live. We want our children to be better in life. And he was like, well, so Jim and Daddy was like, well, this Olympics can bring jobs to the community and yada, yada, yada. And Tracy was like, you just want your picture on the front news of the paper. Nigga, please. And so he was like, and so do you. She was like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. And so she ends up leaving. A child, if Duda wasn't watching her ass bounce on the way out that door, I said, because she is thick. Thick, okay? So he was watching that thing go out the door. So he ends up dismissing Rose, and she looking like all mad again. And so then Jim, but Daddy was like, you better be careful with her. And so Duda was like, well, she gonna be all right, thinking he was talking about Rose. And he was like, no, I'm talking about Tracy. So then we see Dominique, she's setting up with Darnell for the edible showcase or whatever like that. Darnell eating everything in sight. She like, you know they edibles, right? He was like, look, I've been eating weed since you've been watching Sesame Street, girl. I said, Darnell is stupid as hell. And this time I noticed he had that big ass earpiece in his ear. So then Tiffany walked in and Darnell was like, all right, I'm going to put this stuff in the car. Because I guess he thought something was about to go down. But it was awkward and stuff. But then they ended up talking and stuff. And so Dom was like, you not mad? She was like, no, girl, I'm not mad or whatever like that. I'm tired of being mad. It just makes me tired or whatever. And so she was like, all right, but just don't F him again. She was like, no, I got my hands full with his daddy or whatever. I was like, ooh, okay. So, they having a showcase, like, this just look hazy, like, everybody high, it's like red lights and stuff. She ends up talking to this gay couple, and they basically telling her how they got an open marriage, and then she tells them how she done slept with what's his name, Dante, and how Dante was good and stuff, and it was too good, and yada yada yada. And so now she thinking about open marriage, because they said that's the only way they could thrive, because they would have been broke up or whatever. What else, child? Jada, she in there, she high or drunk, one of it, because she like, Tiff, what can get me to sleep or whatever. She was like, everything here, girl, everything here, but it looked like you had a lot. And so she was like, you deserve to have a good time, eat up or whatever. And what else, child? So let me just keep on with Jada and them. So then we see Jada, she's stumbling out, but she with her masseuse dude or whatever. Emmett run out the door. Mom, I could take you home or whatever. She like, nah, I'll be all right. I could just go with him. Okay. Tiffany come out asking him, as you know, like, is your mom okay? He like, yeah, she good. She just had a little too much. So then she go back in. Child, Darnell is high. The room look like it's spinning. It's 1,500 people in this space. This fool stands up on the couch. Talk about he got an announcement to make. And his announcement is, I don't want to be high no more. I say, if he don't sit his high ass down. It's like, oh my God. And so then we see Tiff, she cleaning up and stuff. Emmett staring at her. And she basically told Emmett, like, I want an open marriage, okay? And he like, what the open marriage? And so she like, well, we've been together since high school and stuff like that, and we just probably just bored with each other. He was like, no, girl, I just want you. I only got eyes for you and stuff. She was like, well, what if another nigga catch my eye and stuff? He was like, I thought you only had eyes for me. And so she was like, look, I love your trifling ass or whatever, but we can't keep doing this. Like, you doing you, I'm doing me, so no. So he was like, so you want me to F other women and stuff? And she was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, and then I want you to be honest about it or whatever. So he was like, oh, are you going to be effing other people? She was like, yeah, or whatever. He was like, well, she was like, well, how you feel about that? He was like, I feel confused. And so he basically going to go along with it because that's what she want, and he want to still be with Tiffany or whatever. So rolling backwards, the city, it's like in that little community center or whatever like that, and people are basically trying to figure out how the hell they gonna keep police in the city. One lady like, we supposed to do this every night, and so they like, well, what if people stop showing up? Do the pop in there, and he like, people thought I was crazy for defunding the police and stuff like that, but we gonna show them, if y'all just keep it cute and on mute, we gonna have this or whatever. So then he like, and if y'all got my back, I got y'all forever ever. So then Tracy like, oh, that was good. Oh yeah, that was good. She give him the sexy eyes. I said, girl, And so then we see Kevin. We back at this house. We don't know who house it is. We see Kevin. He in the attic and stuff, and he texting Gemma. And so he like, hey Gemma, I miss you. She left that nigga on red. I was cracking up. I was like, that's what he get. Because he been rude to her for the last 2 episodes. The last 3 episodes he been rude. That's what he get. We see Keisha share her room. She crying and stuff. I said, oh, poor baby. Then we see Nina. She done made the nice dinner. We see Dre. She whispering to Jada like everything gonna be okay. And then they joined hands and was praying over the lasagna and stuff. Hopefully it was good. Let me make sure I got everything before we get to this last part, child. So we see Duda. He done took her to the high-rise apartment in the Sky Eye. So he like, I like you. And she like, I like you. And so then they start kissing and everything. Clothes go flying and stuff. They about to bow chicky wow wow on the window. I mean, that was some sexy shit. Because then he had the Chicago skyline in the background. I said, oh, okay. And so then Mad Rose come in. And at first I was like, well, do she live in a different place? Because the way she was walking in, like real slow-mo and not saying nothing, I was like, maybe they just showing her going to her apartment and then they going to flash to Duda and Tracy, about Chicky Wow Wow and stuff. But no, it was the same apartment. So she come in there and she like, I guess my invitation got lost in the mail. And so Duda and them, they stop. So then she like, don't stop now. And so then she takes a nice little seat on the couch. So Duda looked like he was about to take Tracy into the bedroom to finish, the bow chicky wow wow. But Tracy was like, I'm into this kinky shit. So she started kissing Duda right there where Mad Rose was. So then they go on to the couch, child, and they finna bow chicky wow wow dee wow wow dee wow wow. And Mad Rose was sitting there. She wasn't even looking happy about it. She just had that look. I don't know. Candy need to work on her expressions. But she was just looking. I said, this is nice. I said, oh, can we keep rolling? No. And then they ended it. I said, damn. Oh, y'all always taking the joy out of something. I'd have been just like Rose, and I'd have been just like Tracy. Boy, come on over here and finish this bow chicky wow wow all up on this window. Okay, shoot. This dude is handsome. Even though he's an asshole, he's a handsome asshole. I hope Mad Rose don't join in. Because last season, she couldn't bow chicky wow wow shit. So I hope she don't join in. Because she gonna mess up the momentum. But at any rate, if she could do it, then it would be okay. Like, let her join in. That'd be something to see, too. Like Tracy, big booty Tracy, and then low medium booty Mad Rose, and then Duda. Like, that'd be a hot scene. Maybe they do that next episode. Because somebody write the... Matter of fact, y'all, if y'all watching this review, go on put that in the script next year. Or y'all can fit it in this time, episode 10. Give us something. Okay. Anyway, y'all, if y'all enjoyed this episode, let me know what y'all thought about this episode down there in the comments. If y'all ended up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. And again, if you are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. Tomorrow, it is Sisters Day. So I will definitely be watching and recording on the same night because I'm sure it's going to be explosive. So if you are not subscribed, y'all better subscribe because y'all going to miss it because I go off. Y'all think I have a good ass time with this one? Wait till Sisters. Anyway, y'all, until next time, peace.